Oh, hey everybody, it's Retrokid Reviews, about to get ready for the top 5 worst movies of 2017. You see this? This is Blade Runner 2049. An amazing sequel, and I should really do a retro review, because I missed out on 2017. I really should, but no. I gotta do top 5 worst movies of the year. God damn it, Jason. I mean, 2049 could have had Oscar attention, got snubbed, and whatever. At least it's still a good movie. It answered some questions for the fandom, but no. No, I just gotta bitch and moan about bad movies. And ironically, for the first time for my channel, so yeah. Give me a like if you guys want me to still do bad movies. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of this Dutch angle and get to the top 5. See you in a bit. I got the list. I got a different set of clothes. I've done 3 videos prior to this. So yeah, let's get this top 5 over with. Fuck you, Jason. Just, you guys want to see a post-cred? Well, speaking of Batman-related stuff, number 5 is Batman Harley Quinn, and I think me and Jason already did a review for this. And I guess disclaimer and rules of the road for if I ever do another top 5 or top 10 bad movie list of 1. Yes, I have a frog in my throat. I'm actually getting a little sick, so that's I guess bonus rules of the road in case I'm doing it sick again. But actually, to hit number 1, you have to do a lot of dumb things to make me even put it at number 1. For 5, I might have reviewed it. I might have hated it behind the scenes, which, truth be told, I did. But there was some good out of it. Like in Batman Harley Quinn's case, at least you get to see the original voice actors of Batman and Robin from the 1992 anime series that I grew up with. But if you also seen the movie, you know it fell flat. It was just fart jokes, crap jokes, and used Swamp Thing for basically nothing. And if I had time to basically have a more proper review of it, which I did, what the fuck, Harley? Like, seriously, I don't even know anymore. I'm not gonna do scene transitions because my battery is about to die, and I don't want to switch batteries. Doing poster edits, which I really should for these top 10 and list movies. I mean, list videos in general, but you know, there's that. I guess final thoughts before we get to number 4. It's already been said. I think I could. There's a link to the Reddit playlist that probably has it there too. As much as I want to do Jason's voice, I kind of got a little tired out. So, sorry in advance. Not sorry is number 4, Underworld Blood Wars. This is one of my early reviews of last year, and it was, I guess if I'm doing Professor Thorgy territory, this would have been my gauntlet of garbage if I had to rewatch it. I think it's the 5th or 6th movie in the franchise. I honestly can't keep count at this point. I watched it out of, I guess, sympathy because this movie and another movie was at New York Comic Con screening their trailers, and I was at the theater to see it. And man, I can't wait to talk about number 1. But let me just finish up in saying it's a forgettable movie. Like, there was really no need to make it Game of Thrones-esque or, I don't know, Twilight, I guess, with the houses. I could barely keep up with the politics related to vampire houses throughout the entire franchise. I was mostly into it back when I was in middle school for like the vampire versus werewolf scenes, which was pretty cool for the first 2 movies. Third movie was basically a prequel, which looking back kind of justifies some of it, but not really. Kate Beckinsale did her best to stay in that outfit after all these years. I'm happy that she can rock it, but at the same time, why would you at the same reason? I don't know anymore. Probably dumb excuse to do action movies like number 1. So yeah, number 3 is very controversial because it's. I didn't review this in general, but what the hell is his name? Constantine, the figure form, I reviewed it for the Stardust app, so I'm definitely gonna leave that link in the description if you guys want to see it. And people have already talked about how basically all the world building around it basically went nowhere. And I, of course, mean 2017's Bright. again, this is my first, I guess, chance at actually doing this review proper. Again, as far as these rules go over the last couple of years, just where these list videos have been. And, as much as I would love to say what's there to already been said about it, there wasn't really much to be said to make it good. It was never really good to begin with, and it's sad when you have Will Smith have pretty much a decent career up until these last 2 years with Suicide Squad up until this, and some Oscar bait movie I wasn't even going to talk about for this channel, Collateral Beauty. It was just a train wreck from what I've been hearing for as far as Oscar bait goes. So I highly recommend, if I could find the old vlog for it, Cinema Snobs, midnight screenings for it. They've talked about it to death better than me. As for Bright, it's crap. It's honestly got crap. And speaking of channel awesome people who've already talked about this more than me, Lindsay Ellis, aka formerly known as the Nostalgia Chick, went into about an hour and a half talking about how this basically structurally, professionally, and everything just didn't like fall flat to the point where I'm just gonna talk about this. I guess the highlights that I've kind of found out about it, like they didn't hire a screenwriter. Apparently, Max Landis, who is known now for the Dirk Gently series, which I honestly like, bailed because of, I guess, sexual assault allegations. I know there's more to that. I'm going to leave that alone. But the Landis himself, what the fuck? You left what could have been an easy project to do that I could have got behind, but no. And a lot of the fantasy stuff related to it, for those who don't know what Bright is basically Training Day with a D&D setting, I guess. Like, if D&D, needed to be, like, trained, like, with the whole, God, I wish I had the voice to do all the Denzel Washington things. So I'll put the best one in the cards. Spoilers is when he got shot in the ass. Unfortunately, there was no getting shot in the ass or anything like that. Damn it, I forgot the guy who played Jacoby. Again, he's a pretty good actor, too. He's not, like, character actor good. Like, he had some time in action stuff. I don't know which movie in particular. My bad advance to that guy. Like, he's, out of all these characters, was the one that was trying to do the best, because I guess when you're under 6.5 hours of makeup, you might as well do something with this performance, and I'm okay with it. Another thing everyone has mentioned to death about it is that it's like Alienation. For those of my young watchers that never watched it, it's basically the same premise as Bright, but replace D&D physics with sci-fi aliens that are coming and becoming, second-class citizens of their own. And it's a very cool series. I actually watched it when I still at LA Network, when they were just marathoning that, I think, the movies. And it was pretty cool, so I'll do a retro link if there's any of the trailers for both the movies and the shows. I'll put that in the cards as well. And down to the last two. Wow, this is a pretty fast list, right? Well, again, I don't really do bad movies for this channel. I don't really promote them. I don't like them. If I don't like them, if I'm not talking about them, that means they were bad shit. Fortunately, I stumbled onto 5 of these movies that I had to watch for this channel, so guess what was number 2? Take your time. You good? You ready? Yeah, it was Death Note 2017. I'm not the hugest Death Note fan, but like I said in the review when I was shooting the crap out of the poster with the Nerfed gun, which oddly enough, I think broke. I don't know which one it was. So you're gonna have to go to the video to find out. Probably let me know in the comments. That'd be great. Thank you. And give me a like if you want me to do anime reviews or live action adaptations. Because I have a lot of things to say about the Attack on Titan movies that I really want to get off my chest. So that might be a sweet Toku retro review there. So yeah, I'm basically stalling here. The movie sucks. The lead that was trying to be damn it, I forgot the guy's name. He's an idiot. He sucked. He's nothing like his anime equivalent. And I highly recommend again Confused Matthew's review because it's better than what I said with the Nerf guns. It's better than what I'm trying to remember here. Because he hyped it to me as Breaking Bad, and I said that in the review, and I'm not kidding. The original anime and I think the live action TV shows in Japan are a lot better than this. And unfortunately for the live action movies, like I said, I think in my review, that they were just basically cosplaying everything, which they're not wrong to do. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff. I will say the only thing I kept the review at this movie at number 1 was because Willem Dafoe did a great job as the death god of that anime, and he was hilarious. He was great as Riku. Yeah, now I remember his name. Getting into number 1. Oh, it's like I'm stalling. Anyway, yeah, number 1 goes without saying, and why I'm busting out the Nerf gun. It's not a requirement for the number 1, but believe me, I know this franchise long enough to finally understand why it sucks. It didn't give a shit, and never had give a shit, and of course, I'm talking about Resident fucking Evil, the final fucking chapter. No, I highly recommend, Nemesis' channel. I'll probably put it in the description. I don't want to do it in the cards. Nah, dude did a better rant than I'm about to do, and I have no voice for this. So, the highlights for him is like, it sucks, I'm glad it's getting a fucking remake, and fuck me like goddamn Jovovich. And, if you were listening earlier in this video about my Underworld Blood Wars part of this list, well, you can tell what was the other movie at New York Comic Con. Now, truth be told, I didn't want to go harass her or anything like that, because she had a mountain of security. I was like 30 rows behind at freaking Madison Square Garden, so I knew reality when I saw it, and that's not gonna happen. But, yeah, I kind of looked at the whole interview and heard with that shitty grin, just basically like that scene from Heat. And I know I've rarely talked about Heat on my channel. I might do a retro review for Oscar season or something like that for the hell of it. I fucking love Heat. Michael Mann made a great movie, and his diner scene with De Niro and Pacino came to my mind when I was at the con, just looking at me, just selling the shit out of this movie. And I'm like, all right. And that was that was me hyping, to at least finish this movie, see it in theaters, knowing it's not gonna get another sequel, because fuck her, right? And fuck her husband, Paul W. Sanderson, who went from being a decent director for video game adaptations like Mortal Kombat to just not giving a fuck when his wife's movies came around. And yeah, they're married. Yeah, I'm not following that, and there's a really good reason why I'm not following their personal lives anymore than I really should. I used to be obsessed with this franchise. I think I already said this in prior Resident Evil related videos, so you're gonna have to look for that yourself. I used to be afraid of these games. I'm not kidding. I used to be scared of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis of all things. Yeah, the filler game. But I got over my fear watching the third movie of the franchise, and then I got frustrated when they made the fourth movie and the fifth movie. And CG movies are 80 times better than this final fucking movie. No, I don't care what anyone says about the CG movies. I fucking love them. They got the characters right. They got Leon right. They got Chris right. They got everybody fucking right. This franchise never and ever will get a motherfucker right. They never had, and they never fucking will. And I apologize for everyone on my channel that is realizing I swear a lot. And believe me, I do not have the voice to censor myself. Trust me, I don't have the time for it. And given that I have to hear about this movie, means I didn't want to see this movie. For those who don't know, it's most of 90% of these action scenes in Final Chapter was quick cut, quick cut, quick cut, quick cut, and it's not like just every 2 or 3 scenes, not every fucking second. I'm not a screenwriter, I'm not a filmmaker, but even I know quick cuts could either give these kids fucking seizures, or God knows what else. They didn't give a shit anymore, and I'm glad they didn't give a shit, because they just want to get all that bullshit out of their system good. You know what I used to hate about Paul W. Sanderson a lot when these movies are out? I used to hate the fact that he just was not masturbating, he used to jerk off to actually liking Resident Evil 5. Which, don't get me wrong, I played the game, and it was the first game I actually played that got over my fear of, the franchise wasn't for all. But he just loved using old bosses, stage settings, and it was just dumb. It was honest to God dumb, because it was cool the third time around, but not really now, where you want old beats of it. It's just insane, and I could go all day talking about how it sucks, and believe me, the less said is the better with this franchise at this point, and I'm happy it's getting a remake, and it's one of those rare cases where you got me excited for a fucking remake of this thing. God bless you, and thank you, Sony, for that, for all I know. So yeah, that's the top 5. Again, I'm sorry for the froggy voice. If I had any energy, oh man, I would be throwing up a poster right now, I guess on the floor for my number 1 bad movie of 2017, and just shooting the ungodly shit of it, rightfully so. So with this half for age out of the way, this is Retrokid Reviews, nursing a sore throat, and if this is the end screen, previous video here with my Nerf updates, surprisingly now talking about Nerf guns, and crap, I haven't done this. Yeah, subscribe to the channel here, and can you tell I haven't done this bit in a while for the end cards? Anyway, yeah, that's the top 5 of 2017. Glad I don't have to do another bad movie list for another year now. If this becomes a thing, give me a like. Comment down below if you want to see more lists, because why the hell not? Hit the notification if you guys want to see more of just my content in general. And having all said that, go fuck yourself, Mila Jovovich. Go fuck yourself, fucking Paul Doris Anderson. And I hope you never do another fucking movie again. Later, guys. Bruce, I've been delighted to hear your call again. Hey, listen, I got this turtle here that's all about Fire Pack 3 that is dying to meet you guys. You stupid son of a... Yeah, he's going on something about Death Lantern Rings and a guy named Oroku Saki. Get a comment? Oh, but Bruce, we got it under control here. Plus, my battery's getting a little dry, so I'm gonna have to charge it up. So, is there anything else you want to tell me that may be embarrassing or irrelevant? Yeah, I could tell you something about something irrelevant. Like, I don't know, I could, tell Clark that you fucked Lois Lane last year. You know, something more damning than that. That wasn't Lois, and you know damn well better. And, hello everyone, I'm Hal Jordan of Sector 2814. And, yeah, I just messed up my sector, and, this guy, he's gonna get a licing. Wait, what? The lice hate the Red Lanterns. It's a thing, don't worry about it. Yeah, end card, whatever Retro does, we haven't really placed him in a while, so, just saying. Death Lantern Rings. Damn it, Hal! I know he's on to something. I'll find out. I always do!